Good morning, thank you for joining me. I hope everybody's well. Today I have for you a really lovely looking selection of real special occasion dresses to share with you. As you can imagine, I'm approached by a lot of companies that I've never heard of, overseas companies, to promote their wares for them, particularly clothing, and the absolute vast majority these days I turned down. However, when AW Bridal got in touch, I had a look at their website and there were 3 reasons that I decided that I would quite like to share their items with you, or at least have a look at their items before I agreed to show them to you, of course. To be transparent as well, I'm not being paid for this video. The garments have been sent to me free of charge, but I'm not being paid, and they have no editorial input into the video. So the 3 reasons I decided that they merited sharing with you were: 1, their prices for what they are offering. Sorry, that's my phone. Let me just turn the sound off. Their prices for what they are offering seemed extremely reasonable to me. Bearing in mind these days what you pay in a boutique in this country, or a special occasion brand online, I thought that these prices were really reasonable. I think these dresses come in at about £85 upwards. When I say upwards, not upwards, £85 is around the cheapest, I think I'm right in saying. All the information will be down there anyway. So the second reason that I wanted to try them was their inclusivity. They make all the sizes, from teeny tiny sizes right up to UK 30 plus, which is very inclusive, and more inclusive than we see in most brands these days, particularly in occasion wear. I think for the higher end sizes on the size spectrum, to get really nice mother of the bride or cruise wear, nicely made, nice quality, something special, something that's not just your chain store stuff, gets to be A, really expensive, and B, almost impossible with some of the sizes as you get up the sizes to the 30 plus sizes. So I was really pleased to see that they're inclusive in that way as well. And the third reason is that all the styles come in a huge range of colours. So for example, if you're going to a wedding, quite often there's a colour theme these days, isn't there? Or you're asked to wear a colour or a specific colour. So it's nothing more frustrating than being able to find a style that you like but not in the colour you want it in. So this website knocks that out as well. So there's that. I've got a range of colours to show you. I've got a range of styles to show. I think I've got six different dresses. One is a skirt and top, actually. Just to balance all that out, I will say that all orders are made to order. Mine took about 3 to 4 weeks to come. It came 2 separate parcels. One came slightly earlier than the other, but certainly it's not an instant sort of next day delivery arrangement, which is absolutely fine. The less wastage if they're making to order, isn't it? But just something to be aware of. And also, because it is Far Eastern company, returns are going to be, it appears to me from having looked at their returns policy, that you will have to pay to return the item back to the Far East, which could be expensive. All that having been said, let's get into the dresses. I will of course put links for everything I'm going to show you in the description box. And also, just to let you know, for anybody new around here, I'm 5'3". I am approximately a UK size 18, and I have got everything today in UK 18. So let's go. The first dress I have to show you is this absolutely glorious one. This is a bit of me. A, it's pink. B, it's a little bit sparkly. C, it's got a V-neck. I always love a V-neck. D, it's got an angel sleeve, very flattering. I like to cover my upper arms personally. And E, it's not full length. I find, because I'm quite short, that I don't look the best in things that are full length, generally speaking. Really impressed with the quality. It's got a back zip, it's fully lined, it feels a nice weight. You could, on a lot of the dresses that I ordered, choose 2 different types of fabric in terms of, I can't remember what the finishes were, I'll flash it across the screen if I remember. But 2 different types of finish on the satin, one that's more smooth and sparkly, I think, and one that was a little bit more matte. got a nice bit of weight to it and just feels really nice quality. I love this. It feels so nice on it. Just as I put it on, it felt lovely quality. It's got a little bit of padding in the shoulders here, which is always good, isn't it? It's just a little bit of attention to detail that makes the shoulders fit so nicely. I love the sleeves. I think the length is perfect. There's a little stitch just in here to stop the front gaping open, which is something that I appreciate as a lady of a certain age. We don't want to be exposing everything. Fit wise, I would say I'm a 36 double D-ish, and I would say that this is a generous fit across the bust, the size 18. I really like the length as well. You can see it's just skimming above the ankle on me. And also, forgive me, I've steamed the fronts and not the backs. I am short of time at the moment, so apologies for that. However, they have been hanging for a few days, and a lot of the creasing has come out just with hanging, you know, the creasing you get from packaging. But yeah, I feel like this is lovely. I can imagine myself very definitely on a formal evening on a cruise in this dress. I would feel really nice in it. I love a bit of pink, as you know. I think the diamante detail is sparkly but tasteful and not too much, is it? It's not full-on sequin, so if you're not into the too sparkly look, this elevates it, makes it a little bit evening-y without being too full-on sparkly. Then you've got the same around the, not a cuff, is it? The edge of the sleeve, I guess. But fit lengthwise, this is brilliant on me. I would say this is a perfect length on me. I'm very, very happy with the length. Fit-wise, on the bottom half, I would say a little snugger than on the top. I'm in most UK sizes. I am sort of between in a dress a 16 and an 18 now. Probably heading more towards the 18. I'm on a weight loss journey at the moment. But I would say if you are between sizes, I would possibly size up with this brand, I think, certainly based on this dress. But we'll see how we get on with the rest of them. Let's see what's next. This one, I couldn't resist this olive green colour. I've got a selection of colours to show you, and I thought this olive green was so unusual. Don't know if that's going to come across on camera, quite the same shade of green as it is in real life. But again, we got the V-neck, but we've got like a cape detail. This has a cape that goes all the way around the back, which I thought is quite nice. If you're not so comfortable in a very fitted dress, this is a really good option, because although you've got the fitted sleeveless dress underneath, it's got this attached cape, which just gives you that bit of coverage. It's almost like a 3/4 sleeve length, and like angel wings almost coming out. This one is longer in length. This is a full length dress, and again has the V-neck with the detailing there. Again, it feels really lovely quality. Again, it's fully lined, it's got the zip at the back. I've got Ashley here today to do my zips because I certainly couldn't do them myself. But yeah, this one, perhaps more of an evening dress. This one you could certainly get away with a daytime wedding, I would say. But this one, definitely more of a full-on evening dress. I wasn't sure what I was going to think about myself in this colour. As I said, I wanted to just get a range of colours to show you the variations that they do. But I actually quite like the colour. I feel like it's quite flattering. This one definitely feels more covered up, which if you want to feel, you know, like you've got a bit of, I think for a plus size figure, this dress is going to be a real nice compromise between a little bit fitted around here. It does skim over my tummy. If you look sideways, I've got a big tummy, but that just skims over nicely because of the cut of the skirt. But then you've got this lovely cape detailing across the top, and I feel that very much feels as though it would give you a feeling of comfort and being covered up with if you're a loose fit person and dresses are out of your comfort zone. I feel like this is a real good compromise. Lengthwise on me, this one is long. It's full length. I've got a high heel, a 3-inch heel on with this, and it's okay with the 3-inch heel, but for me, I couldn't go any, you know, a heel that, God, apparently I've lost the will to speak, the ability to speak even. I couldn't go with a lower heel than that with this dress. But I mean, Side note, they do actually do made to measure. Obviously it's more expensive, but if you're having a special dress made and you're happy to pay a bit more, you can get a made to measure one, which will obviously be the right length and the exact right measurements for you. But yeah, I feel like this little cape detail is almost like a comfort blanket. It feels very nice and very elegant, but I do feel nicely covered up, not exposed, and as though it's sort of skimming over everything very nicely. A good option for us plus size ladies who like a bit of comfort as well in terms of feeling covered. As soon as I saw this one, I knew I had to try it. It's purple, it's chiffon, it's got some pearl details, it's got sort of a little cape, it's got an asymmetric hemline, it's sort of a more boho style almost, I would say, but I just really liked the look of this. I thought this could easily be an evening dress on a cruise, it could be an evening dress for a Christmas party, it could be an evening dress for a summer party, couldn't it? A summer ball. It could just as easily be a wedding dress with some nice accessories. I feel like this is a really good option to tick all those different boxes, and I'm excited to give this one a go. Okay, I feel like I like the top half of this more than I like the bottom half on me. I think it's a gorgeous dress, and I love I don't usually love a cold shoulder design, but I feel like it works really well with this cape. It just sort of makes it look that little bit more summery maybe, I think, with a bit of shoulder showing. The bottom of it, I've got my high heeled shoes on again, but we've definitely got some dragging on the floor going on for me, as you can see. I feel like if I was 6 inches taller, this would be an amazing dress, and I'd really like it. I like the way the cape goes up at the side here, or the top layer, and so you can see how it cinches your waist in, which is nice. So it does give you a bit of a shape. It's not all the way up and down, which I think is a really nice design feature. Yeah, it's just, sadly, it's just the length on this one is going to be a problem for me, because it's going to drag on the ground, and because of the design I feel like it would be difficult to shorten, but I really like it from this point upwards, and the colour is just glorious, isn't it? The colour really is absolutely fabulous. The back, of course, does not hit the ground, as you can probably see. It's just these two longer pieces at the front. I mean, there may be something that, if you could sew, there may be something that you could do with that, but I'll ask my mother about it, see what she says. But on me, it's just that tad bit at the front too long. Next we are trying a two-piece. I really like the contrast fabrics of this with the lace on the skirt. I thought that was really nice. Gorgeous teal blue colour as well. The skirt's almost more of a navy, and the top is a little bit more teal. Just looking at this top, I feel like the top in the picture certainly looked longer in style than this one. I felt like the top in the picture was hip length, which I quite liked the idea of, and this one seems shorter. However, nothing ventured, nothing gained, and we will give it a go. Do excuse my straps, I don't have a suitable strapless bra at the moment because of Marks & Spencer's cyber attack. Let's blame Marks & Spencer's, shall we? The top of this feels a better fit than the skirt. The skirt feels a little loose around the waist, if I'm honest. It's quite a bit of movement there, so I probably could have gone down a size in the skirt. Lengthwise, again, I've got the 3-inch heels on. Again, the skirt is just a little bit long on me. Feel like shape-wise, this is a really nice outfit. This is really accentuating my figure nicely. It doesn't feel too tight. I like the fact that although it's off the shoulder, it's only just off the shoulder. It doesn't feel too muttony. If you know, you know. It doesn't feel as though I'm exposing my whole this area, you know, which I think is really nice. I really like the silhouette of this, and I like the fact it's the two different fabrics as well, with the separate skirt and top. That's what it looks like from the back. I feel like I've got a bit of creasing there. My bottom could definitely do with being a bit smaller, but overall, yes, another hit. Really like this one, and I love the colour of this for a winter Christmas ball or something. I think this would be lovely, or a winter transatlantic cruise perhaps. See what I did there? Now, I could not resist this. I think I am too old for this dress. Let me just put that out there at the very outset of this, but isn't it absolutely bloody gorgeous? Look at that design. Some of it's applique, some of it is within the fabric, but I just thought it was gorgeous and I had to throw it in as a wild card. It appealed to me that you could wear this both on and off the shoulder. I would definitely wear it on the shoulder. I love the puffy sleeves, I love the silhouette, the corset is all boned. I just thought it was so beautiful for a spring or summer wedding as a guest. It's just a real statement dress, isn't it? So, and also lengthwise I think it might be quite good on me, so let's see what it looks like. Don't quite know what I think. Ashley took one look at it and said, "You look like that Marc Jacobs Daisy advert," and I don't think he meant it in a good way. You know, the one where the girl is running through the fields. When I say the girl, yeah, the 20-year-old attractive slim girl. Yeah, it wasn't me. Clearly you knew that already. But there is something about this that I secretly really like. I think it's probably a little bit young for me. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Would I wear it? Possibly I would. I love the way it cinches me in at the waist and then it comes out at the bottom. I think it's quite flattering shape-wise. I'm not usually that keen on myself with a square neckline, but because the sleeves are quite lightweight, I feel like it almost doesn't look square. I love the fact I've got the big billowy sleeves to cover it up. I do think it's too young for me, but I secretly really like it as well. Also, of course, the length works really well on me. I feel like perhaps if it wasn't quite so pastel-y, if it was brighter colours, it might feel a little bit more grown up, but I love the shape, the quality is amazing. I do feel very princessy in this and nice, but I'm not sure a woman heading for 60 can necessarily get away with this. That having been said, the only thing a woman should not wear is the weight of other people's opinions, isn't it? So if I love it, I might well wear it. I haven't got an occasion to wear it but at the moment, but you know, for summer cruise next year, possibly, we shall see. Final dress of the day is this one. It's got a full length sleeve. I wanted to try something with a full length sleeve for those of you who like a longer sleeve. This has got quite a deep V on this one, although, excuse me, possibly not as deep as it looked in the original photograph. Love this colour for a winter cruise or a winter wedding guest dress. I think it's a gorgeous, what are we going to call this? Let's call it, not quite conker, it's more rusty than, sort of a burnt orange. Let's call it a burnt orange. It's looking very shiny on camera. It's actually not as shiny and glitzy as it looks on camera in real life. Again, it's a nice length, this one. It's very definitely a midi length, so not a full length dress, but love this twist detail on the front. It's got the shaping in the bodice. Again, I think they've all got shaping in the bodice. And it's got the lovely little diamante buttons on the cuffs, which I thought was a nice touch. This one feels very elegant. I love how this one has made me feel. I love the sleeves. I think having a full length sleeves feels very nice. And the twist detail on the front works quite well for my shape. Cinches me in at the waist, but then sort of glides down over the tummy without clinging too much, which I think is really good. Got a nice high neck at the back. It is plungy at the front. It's certainly the plungiest of all the dresses. However, I don't think it's too plungy. I don't feel too on show. I really like the sleeves. The sleeves are full length. I've just pulled them up a little bit. Lovely and billowy and loads of fabric in them. And lengthwise, it's really good as well. It's definitely mid-calf on me rather than, you know, too long, which is great. It's definitely a midi dress. Yeah, this one's a tick, I think. Right, that brings us to the end of today's try-on. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I love trying on lovely dresses, and it's been a pleasure to try these on. The quality honestly feels so nice. I'll link everything down in the description box that I've shown you. If I've got a discount code, I'll pop that down there as well. I hope you've enjoyed this, and thanks to AW Bridal for providing the dresses for today's try on. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.